What's up, Saberland? Mojave Trooper here, back with another video. And today I have for you another Luke lightsaber video. And this one is different from the others, I think, because in my channel I've shown mostly, Luke hero hilts, Luke hero comparisons. But this time I'm showing you two hilts that caught my attention and that not very many people know about. And these are the Sail Barge lightsabers, the ones that were used as stunt lightsabers. This one is the R2 stunt lightsaber that was used when it was launched off R2 for Luke to catch while he was on the skiff. And then this one is the belt hanger. This one was used when Luke jumped from the skiff onto the sail barge. And you know me, I'm usually more of a hero hilt fan. That's the one I grew up with. That's the one I've known for most of my life. But then I started getting more into all the differences and variations of Luke Skywalker's Return of the Jedi lightsaber. And these ones caught my attention because, first of all, they're resin. They are not metal. And, they're very niche. When you ask people Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, they think, the hero, most of all. Also the V2 or the V3. So, I'm glad to have these in my collection. A good friend of mine, Ilum Sabers, he's already done a video on his own R2 saber. And then another good friend of mine, Sith Layer, I believe he's done a video on it too. But anyway, I bought these two hilts from a gentleman named Ryan Kelly. He owns a business called RPK Sabers, where he does saber replicas, not only saber replicas, but prop replicas. I think he's done a few prop replicas of other props in Star Wars. He has blaster replicas too on his site. He also, I think, has some custom designs that I'm not very sure if they're his or they're just ones that he's bought from other makers and then he's selling them on his site. But these were on his site. I first bought this one because, again, it's interests me so much because it's the saber that is launched off R2. For all this time, I thought, that saber is a hero, or, well, at first I thought it was a hero. Then I thought it was, maybe the V2 that was launched off R2. But then that wouldn't make any sense because, first of all, it's really heavy because it's metal. And also, what if it hit somebody while shooting the scene? You know what I'm saying? So it would make sense to use a resin hilt. From my understanding, both of these are based on the V3, just because, well, this one is clearly based on the V3. Just you can see there's no nipple here at the top. And then all the other dimensional details match the V3. And then it has that ESB card right there. And then you have the sail barge belt hanger, which I believe people also think it's based on the V3. There's, of course, the fact that it has a nipple here. But I've heard some different theories and interpretations. Some people say that it's not a nipple. It's not an actual nipple like on the V2 or the Hero, but it's actually like just some, thing that is seen in that sail barge scene. And then other theories, they say it is a nipple because at some point when they were using the V3 as a stunt, it had to have a nipple for the blade. I'm not really sure. I'm not too knowledgeable on those aspects. I'm more about prequel sabers, but this is still interesting nonetheless. This one, of course, is only seen in that sail barge scene, exactly in his belt when he jumps from the skiff onto the sail barge. It's also interesting that this interpretation done by RPK it has gaffer's tape. I don't think it's confirmed whether or not it has it, but it would make sense, you know, if the V2 has it. And also, when you're looking at that picture, you can't see like the deep middle groove, I guess you can see in the neck, like you can see here on this one. But this one, not only is it seen in the R2 scene, it's also seen in the Wired magazine on a picture they did a few years back. I didn't know that. Again, I'm just finding out all of this recently, and it's really interesting. Of course, he did a really nice job weathering it. You know, you have paint chipped off, just like the original prop. You have the ESB card, which you also have on here on the sail barge stunt. That's really cool. I mean, obviously, the main differences, other than one's more weathered and one isn't, is I would say the wind vane. The wind vane is more of a copper color, just like the V3 and the Hero. And of course, this one, if anything, it resembles more the V2, just because of the gaffer's tape right here, in my opinion. But then you have this whole area from the grenade to the wind vane being like dirty. I'm not sure if that, if the theory was that it's dirt, or it's just that's how it, like, the resin material looked during that scene. But I mean, nevertheless, again, I'm just still impressed at the excellent job he did replicating these. I mean, from the weathering to the colors, the ESB card, everything. And of course, there's use a Graflex clamp. It says Graflex. Again, these are made by RPK Customs, also known as Ryan Kelly. Huge shout out to him. So yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video showcasing these. I think they're really neat. Now you might be asking, I have these very niche resin sabers. Why don't I have a V2 or V3? And the truth is that I do. I recently ordered them from Dave Parkin Art. And at the time of recording this video, they are being painted and weathered. I think the latest update that Dave said was that he was waiting on some clamp parts to get them plated, and then after that, everything should be good to go. So I'm just waiting on that, and then I do plan on making a video on those. But I wanted to talk more about RPK Customs, since I think he is a very underrated replica maker out here in the community. He does really nice replicas. He made his own version of the V2 as well, and I think the V3. So definitely do check out his projects if you're interested. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and let me know your thoughts about it. Leave a comment, subscribe, leave a like, and stay tuned, and may the force be with you.